talk the bark off a tree.
Stuff it, Abigail. What is this nonsense about throwing a Christmas party? We're already rationing supplies, and we have another winter like '78.
Our people need this. They've been struggling on for years through the war, radiation, mutants, and raiders. They need something normal. Something to give them hope that things will be better.
We don't have the supplies. We need to keep them for the war effort. And waiting to hold the town hall till I was out meeting those Brotherhood rebels, it's beyond deceitful.
You think I'm some dumb hick, just on account of the fact that you abandon your people and your accent. I know that you're trying to sway the vote next spring by letting your friends hoard food. I checked the ledgers. Don't do in the dark what you don't want brought out in the light, Tanner.
What? You infuriating.
If you're fixing to have a fit, best sit down before you bite your tongue clean off. Wouldn't want to ruin my carpet. It's all gonna be donated food, and we'll only keep the lights on for a couple hours. And if you're sweet, I might even let you wear the Santa suit.
I will never!
You forgot your Christmas present! It's bourbon! To remind you of where you come from. Good. Melody deserves this more anyway.
Meg here. Look, I've got to say something before it's too late. I think old Margie is off her rocker, man. You know, we are all trying our best here, but this whole idea of being a raider without killing is way harder than it sounds. I mean, yeah, I get it, but damn, girl, this is life and death out there. Some of these people are just trying to make it like anyone else after the bombs. Yeah, I don't want to kill them if they don't give up their stuff. But, you know, we gotta eat, and so do they. waving a gun around used to scare them, but now they got nothing to lose, so they wave one right back. I keep telling Margie we are losing people out there because we're told not to fire first, and it ain't getting any easier. She don't know it yet, but a lot of us, we've been firing first anyway, so to save our skins. Margie be pissed, but she ain't out there like the rest of us, so to heck with her. Only reason we don't up and mutiny her ass is because she's got that piece of the key for the cash and a few loyalists to protect her. And honestly, it still beats hanging with any of the other gangs. That deal... Oh well. Guess all we can do is keep on keeping on. You dig?
Looks hard, but the course ain't no hill for a climber. Just follow the arrows and keep your head on a swivel. Once you get down a piece, you see the Capitol. Give that button a whack and follow the course back on over here.
It's the stupidest thing we can ever do. Why did it?
What was that? You got something to say, you spit it out.
I just don't see why we gotta go running through all that muck.
Now you listen to me before I smack both eyes into one. My husband is somewhere down in that muck. So's your father, and her gran, and their sisters. We spent weeks crawling through that muck, pulling people out. Thousands of people died in the Christmas flood. More still were never found, drowned, or buried alive. We pulled people out of there for a full year, so you showed some respect. You got anything else to say?
No, ma'am.
What was that?
No, ma'am.
Good. All right, fire breathers, get out there and run that course like your friends' lives depend on it.
Beverly Solomon, Cryptid Analyst, 9/27/77. Grafton Monster Witness Report. Well, this is from one of those spelunkers that roam the hills looking for abandoned mining claims. Can you imagine? Well, the classic 4-foot wide shoulders, headless profile, deep sonorous cry. They got a good glance at it. The witness didn't know what it was, but the description is very clear. It came out when she started playing mouth harp, apparently. I'm gonna go out to look. Maybe that sound is the key. Beverly Solomon, Cryptid Analyst, 10/4/77. Snallygaster Witness Report. Another interesting tidbit from the locals, this time about the Snallygaster. This one's for you, Teddy. Alright, so the witness overheard a loud, shrieking sound and was rushed by a dark shape in the woods. It was, leaping at them, or maybe flying. They took shelter in an old German settler's barn, and it couldn't get at them, which is what really interested me. It screamed and hollered outside all night until dawn, but they knew the 7-pointed star on the wall outside would keep them safe. Yikes. Guess I know what my next tattoo's gonna be. Beverly Solomon, cryptid analyst, 102577. Wendigo witness report. Ooh, this is a spooky tale. Okay, so this is my own personal sighting. I was up at the ski lodge this past week, enjoying some well-deserved R&R. I guess I can never really be off the clock, though, because I happened to see something hunched on the slopes ahead of me. I thought it was some old coat, you know? I was moving pretty fast, so I was just trying to avoid it. Anyhow, it just unfurls as I get close. Must have been 10 feet tall, but just all skin and bones like a dead dog. It had a deer's skull cracked open in its hands from the fresh kill it was eating. And as I go by, I get this powerful cold feeling through my bones. I thought to myself, you know, Bev, you really lucked out getting that tattoo before coming out here on this trip. I can't imagine what kind of things I'm gonna see next.
Welcome back, dear listeners. It's time once again to put aside all you think you know, all you believe to be true. Time to open your mind to the strange, bizarre, and sometimes terrifying world that exists in the shadows and fringes of our own, where myth, legend, and rumor are made real. Yes, it's time for more thrilling tales from the West Virginia hills. It has been said that money is the root of all evil. So, when greed knows no bounds and avarice goes unchecked, what other appetites might take hold? Tonight's gripping tale, Curse of the Wendigo, chews over this very question. We begin at the Grego Auto Assembly Plant in Huntersville, West Virginia, where plant owner and operator Richard Moore is known for squeezing every ounce of profitability from his workforce.
Excellent. Dick, mind if I have a word?
Sure, Bill, come right in. These productivity reports exceeded my projections. Get ready for another juicy holiday bonus.
Sounds swell, boss. But I was walking the floor, and I noticed that the plutonium containment levels are all looking a bit high.
I ordered that line to be sped up last night by 20%. I think the tolerances can handle it.
Well, I understand wanting to be more efficient, but if those plutonium cells don't cool properly...
Come now. With great risk comes great reward, see?
Still, that's a lot of risk you're taking with the safety of the crew.
They'll be thanking me come bonus time. After all, money puts food on the table.
Warning, containment meltdown. Warning, containment meltdown.
More containment is rupturing!
We need to get clear. Come on, let's go.
What about the middle of the line?
Nothing we can do for those poor sops now. Just hope you and I can make it.
Darling, we're home. Are you up?
Welcome back, Mum. Happy to report your husband is on the mend. His radiation levels are decreasing just as the doctor predicted.
Splendid. Thank you, Godrich.
Godrich, look at my new cap gun. Isn't it swell?
A marvel to behold, Master Jim. By the by, Mum, I do say Mr. Richard certainly seems to have his appetite back. He's eaten twice again since lunch, yet still appears hungry. A very good sign of recovery indeed.
Yes, I suppose that is good news.
That you, dear? Say, did you buy more steak?
As I was saying, Mum, he's eaten up every last steak, meatball, and banger, I'm afraid.
Oh, my. Sorry, darling. I'll go to the butcher tomorrow. Insistent, isn't he?
Yes, Mum. Quite.
Unfortunately for the Moore family, family, all is not as it seems with their recovering patriarch. Tune in next time for the thrilling conclusion of Curse of the Wendigo.
May 2nd, 2080. Jesus, I'm tired. Ever since we agreed to help rebuild Harper's, it's just been non-stop work. These people are in some bad shape. Some are improving, but it pains me to see our supplies dwindle. It's just that logical knowledge of knowing you packed for 4 and then suddenly you need to provide for 8. On the bright side, we met a guy named Derek the other day who said he's with a group of people called the Responders. They seem to have realized what we knew all along, that the government wasn't going to lift a finger to help clean up this mess. The Responders have been at it from the start with no sign of order, so they took it upon themselves to organize and help those in need. It's also a relief to no longer be the only one with a real medical background and training. Derek said he could bring back some supplies and help out a bit, at least until we're more settled. Lucy's been a great help, but her training as an esthetician can only go so far. This is Enola Walker. Don't know if anyone will hear this, but, life finally took the last thing I had left. Figured I should leave something behind. I lost Joan in 77 and the kids in the drowning, but, I had my damn dogs. It's bad enough that beast tore up the homestead. Ruined everything. I could have rebuilt, but it's not worth it without my boys. So, if you find this place, I'm willing it to you. Just let anyone listen to this tape and they'll know. I took the last of the good chems for the bites, but the rest is yours. The last thing I'm gonna do is hunt that ugly beast down and kill it before I go.
hope you have a good life here. But that monster flew off towards the steakhouse, so maybe avoid that area. Unless I turned it into a fucking crater.